Welcome to part 3 of Getting to Know You. We're going to title this one Custom Orders. When I started this business, I didn't want to do custom orders. They were frightening. They were trying to marry someone else's ideas with mine. I was afraid I would never be able to meet their expectations, and it was just terrifying to me. So I had no intention of doing that. But what happened was, as I painted more and played more and people saw more of my stuff, I had a dear woman in my life bring me a antique whiskey barrel lid and wanted me to paint this scene on it. And she said, I totally trust you. You know, this is kind of what I want. I love fall. I want something, you know, farm, fallish fields. And when she dropped off the lid, she goes, oh yeah, and by the way, we have a 5-window pickup that I would love to have in there somewhere. And if you could paint a whiskey barrel in there, since this is the lid, that would be awesome. And I started to panic, and I just kept saying, I can't do this. I'm not as good as you think I am. And all these crazy fears. And here I was in a custom order, either going to move forward or disappoint a woman whom I dearly love. So I had this thing at our house for weeks, and I literally cried over this whiskey barrel because I was so afraid of messing it up for her. I was so afraid of disappointing her. And then here was this piece. It's not like I was doing a canvas and I could be like, yeah, if you don't like it, somebody else will, or I can paint over it. This was something personal of hers. Very first custom order. Cried over it, prayed over it, and then went with it. And once I kind of, it sounds silly to surrender a project, but I kind of surrendered it to the Lord and ended up having a great time with it. Again, I never expected to get the custom orders. This is where we have really seen God's blessings. This is where I didn't expect it to go. I didn't want it to go there, to tell you the truth. But this is an area that God apparently did want it to go, because that has been the most exciting piece and the most surprising piece, and the piece that has been absolutely out of my hands, because I didn't go out and look for that. They just started to come. And so that has been exciting, unexpected. With that, I know that God has just blessed us with local orders, with local purchases, but there's still this unsettled nagging in my heart that I need to do, expand that. And it's exciting. It's really exciting. But it's also, as I explained in the first one, you know, kind of terrifying. But here we are, and we're going to give it a whirl. And I'm glad that you're joining me in this. I'm in the house. This is probably my favorite space. It was the porch, as you can see up here. That's where, until just recently, there were sliding glass doors. One day, Honey got up and we were talking about this. We've often talked about opening it up. Had no intentions of doing this on this particular day. And we were out at the kitchen counter having coffee and talking about, you know, what to do with the porch. And the next thing I knew, Kevin had his tools and he was pulling out framework, and those big, heavy Aki doors were out of the house. And so we obviously have trim to put and finishing work. You know, maybe sometime after Christmas we'll get to that. Right now, I just love it. I don't even know what to call it. Anyone has any ideas? Let us know. It's a long, narrow room. Was a porch. Sometimes I call it the sunroom, our sitting room. This is where we sit at this table here and have our morning coffee and our morning devotions. And it's just beautiful to look out, because we have so many windows and kind of a, I call it a bay window, but it's not, as kind of a, you know, where the table sits. And so this has become our favorite morning spot. I can't say that I will be able to do every single custom order that comes my way. Number one, sometimes we just don't have enough time to meet that deadline. Other times, it may be because someone else could serve you in that area you're asking better. But I sure would like to visit with you. Just recently had a gal who is a Christian and a believer and has this awesome spot in their new room addition, and her and her husband have some really neat ideas that fit their family. Like, it expresses who they are, along with their faith and who Christ is in their home. And so without screaming, like, we are Jesus followers. And so it's very beautiful, it's subtle, and it's fun, and I'm really looking forward to doing some more brainstorming, some measuring, and getting started in that. That will probably be after the first of the year. But because right now we have several orders for Christmas, and that's exciting too. All right, this is it. Enough rambling for today. Have a great day. Enjoy Jesus, and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like us and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook.